Barack comes out of hiding to be NFL's fave prez. Look what he was caught doing behind Trump's back. You've heard of sore losers before, but have you heard of people being sore losers when they weren't even in the running? That's what America has on its hands with our former president, Barack Obama. The not-so-recently replaced POTUS can't seem to shake his desire for the limelight. For all his and Michelle's talk of being glad to relax and have a normal life, they sure do jockey for their old position. The whole lot. Daily Mail reported on their recent movements, and how our should-be retired president is spending his time trying to do his old job. The Obamas have been spotted leaving a Greenwich Village private luxury apartment building in New York City, to huge cheers from a waiting crowd. Exclusive DailyMail.com video shows Barack and Michelle as they walked out of the expensive gated area, in the elite Manhattan neighborhood, towards their black armored car on Sunday. It is not clear why the Obamas were at the address in Manhattan on Sunday afternoon. It may not be clear to some people, but if you take the Obamas' actions since leaving the White House and put them in a timeline, it's very clear what they're doing. They're following President Trump around and trying to cash in on the divided nature of the country. Maybe Obama just got lucky that he left office when the country was so vocal about their problems, or maybe he created the problem himself. Either way, it's time for him to step back and let the real leader of the free world clean up the mess. Maybe Obama just got lucky that he left office when the country was so vocal about their problems, or maybe he created the problems himself. Either way, it's time for him to step back and let the real leader of the free world clean up the mess. The Obamas have spent the past few days in the Big Apple after Barack was invited to speak at a conference for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The former president admitted that it was aggravating to see Republicans again try to kill Obamacare, telling an audience Wednesday that they could inflict real human suffering on Americans with their latest bill. He said that he knew that the Affordable Care Act wasn't perfect, but it was better, he argued. Exclusive DailyMail.com video shows Barack and Michelle walked out of the luxury apartment building in the elite Manhattan neighborhood towards their black armored car. It's always aggravating to an outgoing president when someone from the other party replaces them and starts undoing their work. But when they are replaced by someone with a vastly different agenda, it's because the American people wanted something different. I almost said change, but this country has had about all of that we can handle for one lifetime. However, according to Obama's diehard supporters, we can't forget this one huge thing he did. The former POTUS had a great relationship with athletes. The left seems a bit obsessed with what a fanboy Obama was when it came to the rich and famous. Apparently, he was extremely dazzled by the sports figures who graced him with their presence, and that, I guess, is something we're supposed to look up to. Meanwhile, Barack's presidential photographer continued his campaign of shade throwing at President Donald Trump, this time dropping a photo of Obama and the NBA star playing ball at the White House. President Obama with Steph Curry last year at the White House, Pete Souza captioned the Instagram photo. The president was helping Steph with his jump shot release. Souza is taunting Trump about his poor relationship with the basketball player, after Curry turned down the Republicans' invitation to the White House, sparking fury. The Golden State Warriors players and coaches were set to make a joint decision as to whether or not they'd visit Trump to celebrate their 2016-17 NBA championship at this season, when Warriors All-Star and former NBA MVP Curry declared, "I don't want to go." President Trump tweeted in response on Saturday morning, "Going to the White House